I do think it's actually quite perfect that the sun is setting and the sun is just like turning this gorgeous color, because it is a reminder that I have got to keep my words short and don't get too rambly, even though I want to. And also, it's really funny that we always tell boys off for doing podcasts, and obviously I'm here on the microphone sitting in a field. I am going through it, so cut me some slack. I want to give a bit of context to this video. So in 2011, my granddad died, and I turned 13 in July in 2011. And one of the last memories I have of my granddad was him coming in to see me after midnight to give me a box of chocolates and a card. And he'd like drawn all over the card, and like it was really special. My granddad has shaped me in a lot of different ways. I owe a lot of my self and like the way I've turned out to him. Like, for example, like my love of travel has come from him. And I bring that up because every year since then I have deliberately made an effort to stay awake after midnight, because I want to... I don't know what it is. I know he's never coming back, but it was always a case of, it was just special. And the night before my birthday, and at that weird midnight period, always makes me really sad. And I spoke about this on my TikTok after all of this happened, which is what I'm leading this into. That sadness is the sadness that I'm feeling today. And I have mentioned it in regards to my breakup as well. This is about my breakup. I don't even know why I'm saying, see what I mean? Like, I'm getting emotional, and then I'm losing my trail of thought. I don't know if this is going to be posted anywhere. I have done a really good job over the last few months journaling and just writing everything down instead of just rambling on camera. But I want to go back to what I find really helpful for me. And this is what I started doing when I was 12, 13. And it really helped me. And it helped me through a lot of different things. It helped me through uni. And I want to be able to document this and just talk and just get my thoughts out there, because that's the format I do best in. I've done really well at journaling. I'm really good at it, and I really, really enjoy it. Like, I read back on those pages and I'm like, wow, like, you were going through it and you still are going through it, but like, you are able to sit down and cohesively write things down, which is quite a challenge for me. Anyway, today is the 15th of July, 2026. Tomorrow will be a year since me and my ex met for the first time. And it's weird because that period that I'm referring to is the same sadness that I'm feeling now. I also spoke about it when I went through the breakup. The pain I felt was so profound. It was the same pain, if not more, that I felt when my granddad passed away. And it was such a visceral, horrible, gut-wrenching, disgustingly awful pain. And I never want to go through that ever again, because that was horrendous. But I think my granddad trickles through my life in weird ways, because why am I now today thinking about it and thinking about my granddad? It's bizarre. It's so strange, but I think it's just life. That's what life is, and I'm very much a meaning person. I am driven by coincidences, feelings, thoughts, mirrorings, parallels, whatever you may call it, because I feel like there's more going on in the world. Like, there is... like, things have meaning, and the universe works in mysterious ways, because it does. But yeah, me and my partner broke up in March this year, and it's been rough. I've had a really difficult time with all of it, and I dealt with it basically on my own, which I have documented. In Australia, I had no family there with me. I had no like childhood friends. And I knew the minute I came home, I would find it really difficult to adjust, and I would go through that grieving period again, and I have done. And I still am, and I'm struggling. I am struggling. And my friend who also went through a breakup like 6 months ago asked me, do you think it'll ever go away? Or like ever those like trickles and like pieces of sadness go away? And I said, I don't think it ever will. Not fully, anyway. There will be remnants of it 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. And I'm also like, I think it's a special thing to be able to feel that even that many years down the line, because it was special. But I'm also reaching a point where I'm like, it's hurting too much to even think about. I've had a lot of time over the last few weeks because I came home for my cousin's wedding, and it's just settled down a little bit now. And I've had a lot of time to think, a lot of time on my own, a lot of time to just collect my thoughts and just be with myself. And that fear of grief again has started. And like I knew it was going to happen, and it has. And I'm struggling, and I'm trying to work my way through it, and I'm trying to keep myself busy. But I'm sad. I am really sad. I won't delete the videos of my partner, of my ex-partner, off my phone. I won't delete the pictures of my Instagram because I don't want to. I don't want to. It brings me joy to see them, but it also really breaks my heart. Like, it really breaks my heart. And I find myself dissociating like I did after the breakup, just weirdly and randomly at points. And I'll just be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's so bizarre. It just takes me a step back. It's weird because love is grief. It feels like grief. And I think tomorrow is going to be really hard for me. And yes, I can listen to all the sad songs in the world and all the breakup songs in the world and know that other people have gone through the same thing as me. There's other people who are on the same path as me. But it feels weird because it feels like you're just not... You don't relate to anyone. And I found this earlier. I just caught myself just standing there, and I was like, I don't feel like this is home anymore. Like, in a way it is home, but I don't fit in anymore. Like, I feel like a jigsaw puzzle that's in the wrong place. And like, the people around me don't know my life like they used to, and I'm happier in myself in ways that I don't really care to elaborate or share. It's nobody's business. Like, mentally I'm a lot more different. Confidence wise I'm different. But I also feel like a slingshot. I feel like I've come crashing back, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do it, and I can fill myself with as much like activities, like things to do as I can, but it's not helping. It doesn't help. That healing has to start from inside. And I feel like what I did after it was distract myself, eat well, exercise, spend time with people who I did have around me, like my workmates, my flatmates, and God bless all of them. Like, I never really thought about it until I was a bit clearer in my mind how special they were and how much they did for me. So shout out to all of you, because you became my family and you looked after me like I was your family, and I have nothing but love. And I want to be back in Melbourne. I want to be back in Melbourne so badly. And I think that's what it is. I think it's raining as well. So like, don't rain on my parade, but actually it is raining on my parade. So like, I'm going to have to maybe go in. So I've just seen a bunny. I've seen two. There's a baby bunny as well. Oh, those are so tiny. I think tomorrow's going to be tough. And I think tomorrow I'm just going to sit with myself for a little bit and just really think. I wish, out of all of this, I wish I wasn't such a lover. I wish I wasn't someone who had such a big heart. I wish I wasn't someone who cared as much as I do, because the way I've been treated afterwards and the way the story is unfolded, from what I know, leaves me nothing but room to be angry, and for me to be angry and be like, there's no other way to think about this. Like, you need to use this as an excuse to just cut it off completely and like see how that treated you. But I also, like everyone, I think we hold on to the good. And I just want those fleeting moments where you just get caught off guard to just stop and just disappear. And I think I've got to a point where I'm just like, like Ariana Grande in Eternal Sunshine, when she talks about like erasing all those memories. I want to do that, but I also don't. I don't want to do it, but it's hurting too much. It's hurting way too much. And the thing I'm struggling with the most is that I just got dropped. And everyone in that orbit just let me go. And that's what I'm finding difficult to wrap my head around. Because how could I mean so much to someone and then one day not? And I've done a lot of growing, I've done a lot of personal work, I've done a lot of, what's the word where you look inside on yourself and like think about things and like deep everything. I've ripped myself apart so much about all of this. And I will continue to do it for the rest of my life. Because a little bit of me will always be like, oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Because everyone has that. Everyone has that. But I hope I get to a place where it's not as violently loud. Third bunny. Dead bunny. And I'm going to just distract myself tomorrow. Which I know is probably not the best thing. I need to just sit down and just maybe journal. Maybe tomorrow I will just wake up early and just journal. Maybe I'll call this a ramble about heartbreak. A heartbreak ramble. Heartbreaky ramble. That sounds like a breakfast dish. I miss my life. I miss my life there. I miss who I was. I miss where I'd made my home. I miss my friends. And I feel a very good analogy for all of this is that I feel like I'm swimming in a stream. The current is pushing me one way, but I need to go the other way. And I can't keep my head up right now. And I'm trying really hard. Like really, really hard. I just don't recognize anybody anymore. Like, I know that the people around me should be where I feel comfortable, but I don't. And that's because I went away for so long and I became such a different person to who I was when I left. And that's what I feel about fitting in. Nothing feels normal anymore. You know, like Scissor says, nobody gets me. Like that. Like that. I didn't even get to say goodbye properly. To anybody. In that orbit. And I hate leaving things unsaid. Leaving things with... Just leaving things. And maybe I should learn how to... And maybe I need to let go. Don't fall in love. You know when they say fools fall in love? Do they even say that? Only fools fall in love? Yeah. They're not wrong. And on that note, I think it's going to rain. I miss doing this.